Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I'll be doing a brief overview of the crafting event, the Battle for Arachis, which is going to be running from April 7th at 12 GMT, so basically tomorrow, so the day after I release this video, to April 18th, 12 GMT, which is 11 days. And this will have 4 main rewards. So you have the Electo Mark 1, which is a rank 1 premium British SPG, which will have a 95mm howitzer. The USS Davis, which is a rank 3 premium coupon, which will be a destroyer for the Americans. You'll have the Kafir C2, which is the top rank aircraft. Rank 7, this is going to be Israeli. And the T-72 M2 Moderna, which is the top ground reward for this event. Now, the Electo costs 1 victory point, the USS Davis costs 2 victory points, with the Kafir and the T-72 M2 each costing 3 victory points. Now, it's important to note that once you get a victory point, let's say if you have 1 victory point and you say, oh, I'm going to go buy the Electo Mark 1, now you have no victory points. So once you purchase one of these, the amount of victory points that it costs to actually purchase X or Y item will be used. So if you purchase the Kafir C2, you will no longer have any victory points if you only had 3 when you purchased it. So if you want the Kafir and the T-72, for example, you will need 6 victory points. Or, of course, you can purchase the vehicles on the marketplace when they're available. Now, in order to purchase every single one of these, you will need 9 victory points, which will be a ton of time in game. Now, I don't know if you've ever played a crafting event before, but typically, just in order to get one of the top level rewards, which will be the main reward that people will be seeking, you will be looking at easily 20 or 30 hours played in game over the next 11 or so days. So this is not going to be an easy event. They make these crafting events very difficult to actually get anywhere. And I know for me, I will be using the marketplace. So I will be selling many of my items on the marketplace just so I can kind of gain some equity, so to speak, and then I'll be able to use that and combine it with my own money to purchase the Kafir C2 or the T-72 M2 Moderna. So that being said, you have a few key items here that you will be able to earn and that you will need in order to progress through the crafting events. The crafting event, in essence, is going to be something where after every 10 minutes of battle, you will earn credits. So you will be able to earn a supply crate, which will have between 150 and 300 credits inside. And for every 10 minutes of battle, you will be given 10 super weapon points. So basically, this is going to be needed for a heavy las gun. And more or less, all these are going to be necessary in order to actually build the items that you need for the crafting event. So you're going to need to be able to play rank 3 or higher, and you need an activity rating of 50% or better. That is consistent. So if you have anything rank 2 or below, let's say if you don't have rank 3 yet, then you will need a rank 3 vehicle in order to get this. Now, let's say if you have a partial rank 2, rank 3 lineup, only your rank 3 vehicles will count. So that is extremely important to note here. So if, for example, you have the rank 2 M4 Shermans and you're playing that with the rank 3 M4 Shermans in the American Ground Tech tree, only your rank 3 M4 Shermans will count. Now, pretty much you're going to need your credits in order to build units, and then those units will be able to be put on a tree more or less, which will then, so to speak, be able to attack enemy units. And then for each enemy unit that you destroy, you basically progress in the crafting event until you reach the enemy base, which will be the end goal, and that can take 12, 4, or 1 hour, depending on if you are going to be using the upgrade points or not. So basically, if you don't use upgrade points, and upgrade points are basically given if you are going to get first place in a battle. So these are not necessary at all. So when I say this, they're not at all important, but they do help to speed up the time that it takes to actually get your victory points. So again, 12 hours, 4 hours, 1 hour, typically that's how they do it. And with the upgrade points, if you get 20 upgrade points, you can get a level 1 upgrade, which would bring you down to 4 hours for the final completion so you can earn your first victory point. And then if you have 40 upgrade points, again, that's 40 first place battles, you will get a level 2, which should make it into 1 hour. You can sell these typically on the marketplace, Typically, they're not all that much, but again, you can sell them, which should help you if you don't really care about the upgrade points and saving time, because ultimately, unless you're right at the end of this, you will not need to really save any time. So if you have patience, not a big deal, just sell your upgrade points. That's what I'll be doing. Now, if you want kind of a more detailed explanation, I might be releasing a video kind of going over the details of the crafting event, how to get them done. I'm sure I have some old crafting event videos up online, so you might want to check those out. They pretty much go over in detail what you can generally expect and how to progress through crafting events. So they are a little bit complicated, but not all that crazy difficult. Long story short, you're basically, again, going to need your credits to build units. Then units, once you build up enough units, you can then attack the enemy base, and then you get 1 victory point, and then basically you have to restart the entire thing, and then you can get a 2nd victory point, 3rd victory point. You basically have to go through the process 3 separate times if you want to get the Kapir or the Moderna without purchasing those vehicles on the marketplace. And you'll be able to purchase credits and mercenaries and all that on the marketplace anyways, so people will be selling these things on the marketplace, again, if you have access to the marketplace. So if you're a PC user, you should be able to get through this a little bit more easily. So if you don't have X or Y part needed to get to the next stage of the crafting event, typically you can purchase those again on the marketplace. Now, it is important to note that the 2 top rewards, the Kapir C2 and the T72 M2 Moderna, will be purchased via coupons from the event until May 2nd. So even though the event is going to be ending on April 18th, the event HUD, so to speak, the UI will still be accessible through May 2nd. So if you have any parts or whatever that you want to actually use and you haven't had the chance to get them done through the end of April 18th, you will be able to use them until May 2nd in order to actually get those vehicles. So let's say if you still want to go buy some vehicles or some parts on the marketplace, you can do so until May 2nd. And then at that point, you can finally construct your T72 or Kapir C2. Now, the USS Davis and the Electo will only be available for purchase in the event UI itself from April 25th until May 2nd. So it's a little bit odd, but they've been doing this a little bit. War Thunder's been doing this in that you have a much smaller amount of time to purchase the smaller rewards than you do the larger rewards for whatever reason. It's important to note that PlayStation and Xbox players will have an expanded amount of time to actually get these coupons. So for the USS Davis and the Electo, probably because they will not have access to marketplace items from April 18th to May 2nd. So it's about a week more. Another interesting thing is, and they've done this in the past, is that for Xbox and PlayStation players, being that you do not have the marketplace, you will be able to buy certain things for Golden Eagles that will help you get further, I guess you could say, in the event. So you can purchase supply crates and palaces via Golden Eagles. So it's pretty interesting, nothing all too crazy. And finally, how can you get these rewards? So pretty much, if you play Ground AB, RB, or SB, so sim battles, Aircraft AB or RB, and then Naval AB and RB, all of those game modes will count. I personally, if I'm going to be playing a lot of Naval, this is the time I do it because you get long matches. Oftentimes, you're going to be over 50%. So I've had it where I can get 2 or 3 crates sometimes just by getting this done. And it's also important to note that, let's say if you have 8 minutes one match and then 12 minutes the next match, that'll equal 20 minutes in game. And if all those are over the 50% activity rating, then you will get to the supply crates. And there are limits on supply crates and other things here. So bear this in mind. You will have up to 40 days, or 40 per day. You can get 40 supply crates per day and up to 400 in total during the event. And this is until April 18th. So even though the UI will be open until May 2nd, you will only be able to earn these things until April 18th. Very, very important to note. So you can only earn the materials until April 18th, and then you can kind of mix and match parts until May 2nd to finally put everything together. Super weapon points, much the same, up to 40 per day, 320 for the total event. So you can get 80 less for the total event, again, until April 18th. And the upgrade points, you can get up to 240 during the entire event. There's no limit on how many you can earn per day, but how many matches really can you get in first place per day. Now, again, it's always possible to trade these on the marketplace, so bear that in mind. And finally, like I said, in order to actually get this done, you can play ground, basically AB, RB, SB, aircraft, AB, RB, Naval ABRB, and interestingly, and this makes sense, you can play the Children of Arachis April Fool's event. So I guess this is why they're making this such a long April Fool's event. If you play the Children of Arachis event, you can actually get the rewards for this. So if you don't have any rank 3 vehicles, no need to fear, just play the Children of Arachis event and you will be able to do this. And premium rank 3 vehicles count, so if you guys ever need a review on a premium rank 3 vehicle, check out my reviews. They are on my channel. I've got a huge playlist of reviews, and many of them are rank 3, rank 4 vehicles, which will benefit you for this event. But that being said, please remember, like, comment, subscribe. That's going to be it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. This will probably take upwards of 30 or 40 hours if you are looking to play this and get at least one of those top tier vehicles. So like I said, I know that I'll be probably purchasing these on the marketplace, but hey, that's just me. Either way, again, thank you so much, and I will see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.